Greetings, Earthlings. It is good to see you again. I am Arcturus Valen Fortis, hailing from the illustrious Celestius Luminus Tribe in the realm of light. As both a warrior and a teacher, I'm here to enlighten you on the warrior's mindset. Think of me as your personal coach, minus the whistle and the gym shorts. Today's lesson promises to be as illuminating as a supernova. So let's dive in and conquer those mental battles together. You see, today we are going to be focusing on a growth mindset. In the last chapter, we looked at the importance of overcoming fear, even overcoming a fear of death. Similarly, it is equally important to be willing to be uncomfortable and to experience small amounts of hardship. How can you lose weight if you are afraid of dieting? How can you expect to progress in your career if you shy away from hard work? Honestly, though, this is reality for many of those in the cosmos. They are simply unwilling to do things they don't want to do, or to put up with things in their life that they don't want to put up with, like hard times. Society has become exceedingly weak, and it is ultimately making us unhappy in our day-to-day endeavors. Let us look deeper into this phenomenon. Consider your dog and compare it to a wolf. If you do not own a dog, consider one you know. If you need to look up the traits of a dog and the traits of a wolf on the same side of your screen, then please do so. But I need you to notice the differences between the two. The dog is loving, loyal, and fun, but it is entirely dependent upon its owner. It would not survive a day in the wild, and it's certainly not a warrior like the wolf is. Why not? Because the dog in question has been domesticated. And honestly, my friends, this is your problem as well. We have not only become domesticated, but we have also become lazy, spoiled, and overindulged across most of the cosmos. You see, in modern society, everything is disposable. Everything comes easily, and we never have to wait. If you're hungry, order takeout. It'll be with you in 5 to 10 minutes, and it'll be packed with salt and sugar, so that you'll feel a rush of hormones that reward you for purchasing it. Horny? Go watch some porn. Bored? Turn on the TV and laugh at someone falling over. Need information? Just ask Siri. Want to get into better shape? Nah, that seems like a lot of effort, doesn't it? Being so consistently indulged in whatever we want, whenever we want, means that we find it harder than ever to put in effort when it's needed. Why would we bother even putting in effort when we can have so much, so quickly, so easily? That is the trapping of today's modern society. Likewise, my friends, when we are used to getting whatever we want, we feel absolutely distraught. And here's the thing, let's take a look at an example. Most of you have hot water on demand, and you truly use it every day. So what happens when the shower doesn't heat up properly? Do you become distraught? Do you feel that your day is not going to go well because you did not have hot shower? That is what most humans feel. But here's the thing. In the wild, you would have only had cold water to wash in. Eating would have required hunting or foraging in the rain while avoiding predators. You could be so much stronger and so much tougher than you are right now, mentally and physically. But as we are, well, including myself, I have gotten fat, lazy, and low on motivation. So I'm sure you're wondering how to get tough. Because a warrior's mindset is all about mental preparation. So with that in mind, let's figure this out. How do you go about getting a tough warrior mindset? The first thing that you're going to need to do is try living with less. You see, we've discussed this already in last lesson when we were speaking about Stoicism. But traveling is also a fantastic way to accomplish the warrior's mindset. That means traveling and staying in hostels, not booking every single moment of your itinerary and making sure you have 5-star hotels before you leave. You only take a few clothes, not your entire wardrobe. You make do with the resources that you have on hand. I have been on a few journeys like this myself. The last time I was on your world, my friend Ember and I went on a trip around Europe and only took a backpack to get by. That was interesting. I remember lying at a train station in Poland in the snow, unable to read the signpost, despite Ember speaking Polish, and not knowing when the next train would come, or even where I was. This was before data roaming or 4G, so that was out of the question too. And we found a little cafe close by, just wandered around and found it, and we managed to order some tea, with milk rather than a lemon. We thought we were living high society at that point, because the Polish generally drink their tea with lemon, and not milk. I honestly did not know I followed Ember's lead. But you know what? I felt actually bliss drinking from that styrofoam cup. I appreciated the tea so much because it had been so long since I had had anything refreshing, and because I was very cold. Today I often ask for my tea in just the same type of cup when it's an option, because it sends me back to that moment when I realized that no matter where you are, you still have to survive. This is what you realize when you force yourself to do without the creature comforts. Also, you learn that the little things can bring you a lot of joy if you let them. That there's a reward and happiness to be found in every single moment. You just have to look for it. You don't need everything to go perfectly, just one or two things. And in fact, when things go wrong, it creates stories that help you grow stronger. So let's look at what a growth mindset is, because that's the key today, actually. It's to keep a growth mindset at all times. And a growth mindset means that you're not stagnant in your thinking. You're open and receptive, you're adaptable, and you're able to change. And you want to. That's growth. You see, each challenge that comes your way is a chance to get stronger, smarter, and better. By dealing with these hardships, your life has a greater purpose all the way around. You see, life is meaningless when it is easy. But when you have to put in effort to get what you want, well, it changes things. You become better equipped to take on similar challenges in the future, whether you realize it or not. So the next time you find yourself in debt, instead of letting it defeat you and bringing you down, instead see it as a challenge. How can you earn the money you need to get out of it? How can you become better because of it? It's easy to wallow in stress or anxiety. Don't. Honestly, that helps no one. See this as a chance to grow and prevent this from happening again, and take those necessary steps to make sure that that is the case. Don't worry about how it looks to others. Don't blame yourself for letting yourself get into that situation again. Just take action to get out of it. And the more you've gotten into this situation, the more you know how to get out of the situation. You learn from it. You were not good enough before to keep yourself out of it. But now, you are going to be better. You are going to do better. and you are going to grow because of it. In fact, growth and challenges are things that the brain is actually wired for. We thrive when we are challenged mentally and physically, and this results in the production of hormones like dopamine, which is our feel-good chemical in the brain. The brain-derived neuropathic factor that keeps us intrigued, that keeps us motivated, that keeps us going on this is dopamine. And more that we have, it's supposed to keep us focused. It helps protect our brains into old age. You only get one brain. Use it properly. Not only should you welcome the challenges that come, you should seek them out. You see, during times of peace, you should prepare for battle by learning, reading books, adopting new skills, and by training your body so that you are not weak when you need those skills. A growth mindset means believing that your abilities can improve through effort and through learning. It's about seeing failures as opportunities to grow. When you combine this with a warrior's mindset, you approach challenges with determination and resilience. You don't just want to succeed, you're willing to fight for it. Think of an athlete training for a marathon. They face tough days when their body feels exhausted or their motivation wanes. With a growth mindset, they understand that each struggle builds their strength. A warrior's mindset pushes them to lace up their shoes and hit the pavement anyway, embracing the grind. To develop this powerful combination, start by reframing negative thoughts. Instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I will learn how to do this. I will accomplish this. I am learning how to do this. I am accomplishing this. I have learned how to do this, and I have accomplished this. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage growth and resilience within you as well. They can help keep your warrior spirit and your warrior mindset alive. By cultivating both a growth mindset and a warrior's mentality, you empower yourself to tackle obstacles head-on and to transform setbacks into stepping stones. If you're ready to embrace this journey, start today by taking one small step outside of your comfort zone. My friends, I want to thank you for joining me here today in regards to this. Make sure that you have liked and subscribed so you will not miss a single lesson. You see, the next one we will be talking about is tools for growth and resilience. Until next time, my friends,